So with Governor Gavin Newsom and our illustrious president, small business, and actually really any business for that matter in California, seems to be unwelcome. So might not be super easy to do this job in California. Our daughter recently moved from Eastern Washington around Spokane to reassignment at an Air Force base in northern Utah. So we took a long weekend. We're headed there now to visit, but I think while we're there, we're also going to kind of check things out and see what it's like there, and just look at our options. Run into when you turn wrenches is people come to you semi-regularly and ask for your help. While we're up here visiting my daughter and her family, we got some car issues we're going to dive into. We have a Jeep Patriot with the child lock on, and as is typical of this model, the lock knob has fallen into the door, and so that door can't be used. She's got kids and can't get that door open on the driver, rear driver side. So what we run into is getting into this panel. Fortunately, this car, you can take a smaller panel off without taking the entire panel off, and that allows access to the mechanisms inside. And then we can open this up. What we've got here is a broken handle, and that has fallen inside, and we're gonna get that out and opened up. And let's see if it opens up. Pull that handle, see if it opens again. Oop. Okay, it opens. My son-in-law, unfortunately, just recently, he has a 2015 Dodge V6 pickup. Something weird happened with the cam on that. I think it could be a lifter. Not sure. He's got a cam sensor code, so we're going to dive into that and see if we can at least figure out what it is that's wrong with it, and if it's worth salvaging, or if he's got to basically scrap it and see if he can get something else, because if he's looking at redoing the engine, I don't know if he wants to keep it. So anyway, that's what we got ourselves into today, and we're going to dive into that now. So what we discovered on the Ram V6 1500 was the number 2 cylinder on the passenger side lost the valve, which I believe is a common problem on these vehicles. They have a lifter issue or whatever. We didn't dive too deep into it, but we put a compression test on it, and definitely number 2 is losing compression. Seems to be through the valves because it's blowing back from the crankcase, oil into the intake. So we discovered that compression issue was on this one. Pulled it off with the compression valve on it, and that's what came up. These two were reading close to 100, and this one was below 70. So that's definitely it, and you can hear it clacking. It clacks pretty good. So we spent some time looking around where my daughter lives. Like I said, they're stationed around Hill Air Force Base, and they're in Logan area. No, I take that back. I get these names confused. Ogden. It's kind of a town that's been neglected as all the other growth in the area has gone up. It's a little bit behind on growth. So a lot of commercial areas, undeveloped, potentially some decent prices on property. and maybe a place to grow. I don't know. We've also looked at Texas. We've looked at Florida and some of the areas that are less expensive and a little more conducive to business, especially small business. So we're going to keep our eyes open and our ears as well, and maybe we will. This will be at the beginning of part of a story where there's some bigger changes afoot. But it's been a good trip, and kind of open our eyes to maybe there's possibilities, not just where we're at. So we'll see.